Good morning. It's Dr. Brenda Eshin Shoshana. Lovely to see you. Although I don't see you, you see me, but we see each other in another world, in another realm. There's this connection that's always going on, not only between you and me, but between all of us. Anyway, this morning we're going to do another little segment from Stepping Stones to Happiness. It's such an important topic these days because it seems as if happiness, where is it? It might flash into my life for a moment or two and then it flashes away. And as I've been saying, that's when we make our happiness dependent upon outside circumstances. That's a tricky road to take. And this is a very beautiful point, which is that our happiness belongs to us and no one can take it away. And what does seem to seems to replace it, is our focus on what's going on out there. Is it going to make me happy? Did they say the right thing? Did I win the prize? Did I get the contract? Am I safe in the world? Big question. Where is the world and what is real safety? That is intimately connected to what real happiness is. Our world belongs to us and others, but we are the queen and the king in our own world. We're in charge of our own world, how we respond, how we perceive things, what actions we choose to take or not to take. And no matter what happens, nothing can shake us from that place when we really know where our true happiness and true safety and true well-being resides. It does seem so much that it's all dependent on everything around us. No. A few days ago, we were talking about Nikon, which is a beautiful, beautiful practice, originated in Japan. Actually, it actually helped many people get physically as well as emotionally well, this practice. It's a very simple, simple practice, and it takes charge of what we see, what we notice, what we give our precious attention to. Rather than paying attention to all the negative messages and events, we pay attention to what we choose to pay attention to, because whatever we pay attention to, we give energy to. It increases. Not only in our experience, but in the experience of all. Because on a different level, we're all connected. We're so connected. And we feel one another. We feel when there's a sense of happiness and safety and well-being emanating, and we feel the opposite. So in a way, we have to decide, well, what do I want to emanate? Who am I? Do I want to return to my original happiness and well-being? If so, I must take charge of what I attend to, what I give importance to, what I believe, what I value. So last few days ago, as I said, we talked about Nikon and how we're always feeling that we're not getting anything. No matter what we do, we're not getting enough. We don't have enough. We're left behind. All of those are negative beliefs that, by the way, are not true. So the way we erase those negative beliefs in the first step of this beautiful process is to pay attention to everything we are receiving all day long and write it down. And the reason we write it down is because that makes it concrete and solid, and we can look at it during the day. We can remember it. It helps us not to forget. Because, the mind always wants to forget the good stuff and always dwell on where is the trouble? Where is the difficulty? How can I fix it? That's a natural way the mind seems to be oriented, but we are taking charge of that because that is not to our benefit. So instead, the first step is to write down all day long, but What you can spend a half an hour doing it intensely. What did I receive today? And oh, I received a beautiful smile from the doorman. Oh, I received a phone call. Well, things that we normally would take for granted didn't mean anything. Write them all down. They only don't mean anything because you're not paying attention to it and to how wonderful it feels. We're not pausing and saying thank you in our mind or in our activity. Just doing that itself will alter your day enormously. It will return you to the truth, actually. Oh, I received breakfast. Thank you. Okay, now let's go to the second part of this exercise, which is, what did I give today? Normally we think we're giving all day long and receiving nothing in return. That is the way the upside down mind thinks. But we can step back from that upside down mind, not jump onto its merry-go-round and pause and say, okay, let me look for myself and see, what am I giving? What did I give today? And you can again take a half an hour and sit down and really attend to that. And also you could write it down as it goes along during the day. Sadly, unfortunately, when we begin this process, many of us are not giving as much as we thought. We're actually receiving a lot more. So we look at that. What am I receiving? What am I giving? It can be very startling. It can be shocking. And that's good. Just look at it. Oh. And as we do this every day, there's a wish comes to balance those lists. I want to give. We look for opportunities to give. And we become more and more aware of how much we are receiving. And we want, naturally, it's natural, inevitable to give. Actually, a beautiful thank you is giving something when we really mean it. And when we say it in a way that the other person can really hear and take in. Usually we'll have to stop a moment, make a point of it, and really thank someone. There are many, many ways to give and to offer thanks. Actually, every time we give something, we are offering thanks to life itself, to the great giver of all. Most of us do not experience life as a gift that we are being given every moment, every breath, every breath. Wow. If I did not take that next breath, would I be here to experience all of this? We take that for granted. It's inevitable. We take everything for granted. No blame here. No, I'm not judging or blaming anyone. I'm included too, for sure. I need to do this too all the time. Because somehow the mind is wired in a way that takes us away from noticing these wonderful, wonderful truths about life. The more we do it, the more naturally we will do it and notice it. But it is a practice. There's no question. And some people don't like that. I don't want to keep practicing it over and over. Well, what's the alternative? We can practice being aware and giving thanks and celebration. Or we can inadvertently get drawn into upset, anger, resentment, victimhood, on and on and on. The choice is ours. That's an important point. It's such an important point. We can all choose. Choose. Choose to be happy. Choose to be healthy. Choose to give. Choose to receive. Choose to celebrate so much of value in our world. As you do that, you will be so surprised and delighted at how your world will change, and not only your world, but the world of others. Even others you may not know. People feel it. This is something you're putting into the world consciousness. So today, Let's take a look. What do I give today? What did I give yesterday? You could write it. Sometimes people do it at the end of the day. They go over the day. Sometimes they do it the next morning. It's up to you. Some do it as they go along. I'll just tell you a quick story and that'll be it for today. Years ago, I was doing this a lot. We can ebb and flow with things. And I was doing it a lot, and I would every day have to go through a toll booth from Manhattan to Long Island. And I used to go at the same time of day, and there was somebody working in the toll booth. And I would give him a nice smile, and he would, those were the days when people were there in the toll booths. And he would give me a little smile. It was a lovely moment. And I would move along, that's all, and then go. And that was it. It was a lovely moment. I paused. I saw him. I smiled. I received his greeting. And then I became ill for a few weeks. I didn't go back and forth. And then when I returned to my back and forth trip, he looked at me with such surprise and delight. He said, "Oh, I miss that smile every day." It meant just a smile. It meant so much. It can turn someone's day around. We don't realize it. I was surprised. I was thrilled. I gave him two smiles. Choose to be happy. I'll be back very soon with another talk on this matter. Thank you for listening. Thank you. And if you like it, please subscribe or press the like button. Thank you. Bye.